Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
In the favorite venue, I need your man. energy, music, and vibes to start your day right.
All right, everybody, good morning to you. And of course, welcome to it. Good to have you here on your RTT Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean. And of course, this is where we take you above and beyond. And thank you so much for making us that choice each and every day. Of course, it is a Friday. It's a good looking Friday. And yeah. See if we get a little distortion on the YouTube feed. I'm going to try and fix that in a little bit. But good morning to you and thanks for being here. Let me say good morning to the folks on Caribbean TV. Those of you Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. Neighbors in the Caribbean, friends and family who are streaming all around the globe, a good day to you. And of course, thank you so much for being with us this morning as we welcome everybody to Get Up and Go. We welcome everybody this morning to the breakfast show.
Yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
It's a Friday, baby.
Stuck on you. I got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose.
Doesn't know.
Yes, I'm on my way.
DJ Jazzy on the remix, baby.
Needed a friend.
Hey.
And the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end.
South Africa to the world.
Yes, I'm on my way.
Shake with your mama gave ya.
Mighty glad to stay.
Hey. Your weekend starts right here, baby.
Right here, your weekend starts. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, TNT. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Richard, wherever you are. Good to be here with you guys this morning.
Yeah, morning, Sir Charles. Morning, Richard. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. It's raining in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, it's raining in Arima, where I am.
Yeah.
And I'm
Reminds you bucket.
it's not bucket or drop rain, but it's raining all the same. So I guess it might be raining some other parts of the country too. I didn't follow the weather predictions for this week, but yeah, it's raining. So Charles, that was Patrice Roberts, right?
Which one? This?
Yeah, you played at the beginning. Huh?
Yeah, that was Patrice.
What, whining on the sweet spot? What is that?
Yeah, well,
It's like a part of the grass or part of the ground or something?
but there's what is called a sweet spot.
No, that was saying, is that like a part of the ground where you're whining on, or part of the, like if you buffet,
yeah, but that is basically what she was implying in the normal
I don't know,
sense.
I've never heard that term before, sweet spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you find a space and you don't move from there, just whining on that space.
Also, that is what they call the sweet spot.
That is your sweet spot.
Ah, I thought so. I thought so. Richard might have a different interpretation.
It does. At the end of it all, you understand? It does have.
All right. I mean, I don't want people to put what they think it is in the chat, but if you can private message Charles.
No,
send it to the WhatsApp. Whining on these seats. It's a nice tune, though. It's not a tune that I know, though.
No. But as I said, if you're not following in the carnival, a lot of things you wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it's a nice song.
You just find the soca and the calypsos that people don't listen to, don't hear at all anywhere else. I have to admit that, you find them. I don't know where you find them, but you find them.
But we are here this morning, and
let me wish happy birthday to a couple people. Let me see where the birthdays. Where did that go? All right. Happy birthday, Anna Sideno. She used to be a teacher at Sixth Form Polytechnic School. I remember that because I used to be associated with that school for a while as head of the school board. Sean Fuentes, he's the media person, the communications persons for TTFA, Trinidad and Tobago Football Federation. I think it's TTFF, right? Adana Job, Nolan Warner, Ming Fong, Blossom Caesar, who I haven't heard from in a long, long time. Happy birthday. I hope you're still listening. And anyone else celebrating birthdays today? Today is January 30th, is it?
30th, yeah.
January
One
30th.
One
day to January. This has been probably the quickest January we've experienced in a long, long time. And so many different things happened
Yeah.
in this month.
But before that, let me also say good morning and happy birthday going out to Garth Thomas. He does a program here on a Monday called Every Cent Counts. You know, and so Garth is celebrating his birthday today, and I want to wish him a happy birthday, my friend.
All right, nice man. All right, happy birthday, Garth. And anyone, as I said, anyone else celebrating a birthday over the next few days, have an absolutely fantastic day. I don't know what's on today in terms of activities, but I know tomorrow is Queen's Royal College, all inclusive. Their past pupils put on what has been a very successful event for years and years and years and years. So they have, and then Sunday's Panorama.
Savannah.
Yeah. I'm going to anything once I get invited with a ticket. Manish, you and Hiroko in the Savannah tomorrow. I think Manish visited me yesterday, and Hiroko.
Yes, I saw that.
Dr. Hiroko Ueda from Japan. She's a medical doctor in Japan. She plays pan with Invaders, and she's been coming here for 15 years.
Okay.
You know, so there's a group of other Japanese who are here. They will be at Rumbox later. So if you want to meet some people from Japan, you can come down by Rumbox later. They'll be lining by Rumbox later. Manish say he'll bring them down there later today. You know,
yeah.
So.
And that's an interesting thing that you said, because we have a number of people who do that. It's like a pilgrimage, you know.
They love pan.
Trinidad and Tobago. You have people for the pan who just come to play Mars, who come for the calypso, that experience, and you know, and that's how they are taking it back and spreading it in other spaces. Yeah. Some of these people have been doing it for years. I know someone else who comes and plays with Phase 2, and she has been doing that for but she never misses a year.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But they love pan.
Yeah.
But Manish, I mean, I've been listening to Manish, and Manish has been all over this world, you know, due to pan, you know. Of course, he has settled in Japan, lives in Japan now. He's married to a Japanese, has children in Japan. But he has been all over the world. I was listening to his exploits. I say, but you're not easy at all. I'll be looking at you slide all the time.
No, some people are like that. The entertainment field really, you know, takes them in to see places that they would not have normally gone, or had to spend plenty of money to go and do a lot of things, you know.
Yeah. Why is somebody asking if Lincoln's serious? What is that?
All right.
Yes, Lincoln. I saw that video. I did see that video. They raided the house where apparently the CCTV footage came from, with the accident and the shooting. And guess what?
The radio
information is that house, somebody from the security services live at that house. That's the information I have. More specifically, from the TTDF.
Yeah, they-
lives at that house. And I saw that for where they raided the house, but they walked back out with nothing based on the story that was broadcast. You know?
Oh, what?
Because maybe they didn't know it belonged to someone from the defense force. Maybe that's what they didn't know.
Well,
At least that's what I'm hearing.
Well, then the
That's-
intelligence and working.
my sources who tell me that very, very reliable.
Yeah. But if that is the case, the intelligence part of the thing not working good at all.
Look, you are not using intelligence with TTPS in a sentence. What's wrong with you? You figured they couldn't find out that, in truth?
Yeah. Wow.
Huh? Ah, chat.
Interesting.
This place, I mean, we're going from, I don't know if it's bad or worse, but it's just like this month has been a tumultuous month in terms of activity, starting, of course, with the removal of the Venezuelan president. That all of a sudden, no more drug boats, no more oil tankers, no more traffickers, no more nothing. Just so all of a sudden, stop. You understand?
Well, conversations, I suppose, probably taking place, because are you hearing on the ground what is happening in Venezuela also? Have you been?
That's what I'm telling you, information has dried up almost completely.
Yeah, because something has to be happening. Have a interim president. We don't know how long the term is for. And we're not hearing anything. We are not hearing what's going on the ground. Even normally, even before the taking out of Mr. Maduro, you were seeing people who were in Venezuela who were posting things and showing you what life was like, and all that seemed to have just stopped.
Nothing. It's like nothing is happening again. No news coming out of Venezuela, and very little coming out of the US. And all of a sudden, it's like life goes on. Kumbaya.
Yeah. Next up, let's head to the next side of the Gulf now and see what's going on with Iran.
Yeah. But those are. We'll get into the news, of course, later on. But never a dull day in Trinidad and Tobago. Never a dull day in this place called the world, planet Earth. You understand? And also last year I walked in with lions, coming to think of it. I don't know why I didn't go again. Huh? Anyway.
That might be a good start at our good news. So let's go.
Yes.
I love Trinidad. I love Trinidad and Tobago. I came here 2 days ago, by the way. I'm still here. I got here the 24th. A few days before Christmas, I decided I want to lay on the beach for Christmas this year, and I found a cheap flight to Trinidad. And I have to say something. Today, just my trip in general, over the past 2 days, this is one of the greatest experiences of my life in this country. And I've been to over 30 countries at this point. First of all, it has the best Caribbean food of any of the Caribbean nations. And the kindness, the warmth, the happiness from these people, I have never seen anything like this ever. In my entire life, my heart is so full, and I love Trinidad. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Yeah, good endorsement there for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
I love Trinidad.
Who doesn't love Trinidad? We get wary of it sometimes because we know what's been happening. You know what I mean? And strange enough, I'm speaking to Iroko yesterday, and she says she don't mind moving out and coming to live in Trinidad. I say, after the discipline of a Japanese society, you want to come here? I don't know that you'll survive, but maybe she will. You know what I mean? Because Japan apparently is very strict on a lot of things, especially drinking. Manish tell me the fine for drinking and driving in Japan is equivalent to like $9,000 US. Is 1 million Japanese yen, I think. It's like $9,000 US. And when the driver is caught drinking, all the passing, whoever in the car to getting fined. You understand? It's that bad. It's that serious.
Yeah.
He said they're very strict on certain things. Of course, in certain societies out there, like in Singapore, you can't chew gum in the public. You understand? You will never walk a road in Singapore and see those black stains on the ground from chewing gum. You will never see that.
I hear when they get there, they go through your luggage just to make sure you're not bringing that,
Oh, the checkpoints, the amount of checkpoints you have going through the Singapore airport. The Singapore airport huge, like a mall. You understand? And the amount of different checkpoints they have, before you exit that airport. And sometimes you don't want to exit there because it's so nice. But those are some of the things that's happening around the world, people, So let's go to the chat. Good morning, Richard Ragubasing. Thanks for joining us on the breakfast show.
Hi, good morning, guys. Well, I gave you all notice that I was going to be a little late.
I saw the notice.
Because I was, when you're waiting on somebody to come in at 3 a.m., it's like you're not really sleeping.
Yeah. You're staying up till you had to go to the airport.
Well, I didn't have to go to the airport, but I had to wait for them to come in. So they're, because there's some young cousins, they're like in the 20s.
Wow.
So, they come to hang and line.
Well, yeah.
But they just stay for a few days, so it's all cool.
You're talking like you're relieved.
No. I mean, I haven't seen them in a while. The last time I saw them, they were, young teenagers, maybe 13, 14. And now they're in their 20s, so.
All right. Well, have fun. Just have safe fun. Suzanne Jessup, you ready for me? Suzanne Jessup says good morning. Suzanne, Suzette, and of course, Mrs.
That's Sir Charles do that this morning. He doing nothing. He just sit down there twiddling his thumbs, making music distort.
Whining on the sweet spot, he said.
Yeah, me clearly, by the way. I'm just
very clearly. Very clearly.
Okay.
Yeah. Margaret Thomas came in at 12:01. Good morning, guys. Have a blessed weekend. Valerie Mendoza, 12:05. Wendy Ann and Frank James, of course. Manuela Peters, Eunice Dublin, Ava Smith is locked on on a fantastic Friday. Brennan Smith also locked on in Goodwood, Tobago. Erica Charles, Odell Guy in Sangre Grande. Odell, I ain't see a while, boy. What's going on? You're blank here. Michael Cadet, Diane Payne. Apollonus also sends birthday greetings to his handsome grandson, Shea Christian Caleb Kokaram, 2 years today. Is that all his names? Shea Christian Caleb Kokaram. Okay. So happy birthday, Shea, from your granddad. That I'm assuming is a man. I'm not sure, Apollonus is a man or woman. I'm not sure. But happy birthday from your grandparent. I'll say that. From Debe, Boy B. Dacey, Slick Money Grip. Good morning, gentlemen. Susie B. Good morning and have a blessed and safe day. Marlon Motley out there in North Val saying,
good morning, Marlon. The weekend has begun.
Yeah, man. Debbie Modest, Robert Allen, okay, thank God it's Friday. Trini Merle Kitchen in Oshawa, Ontario. Carol Guevara out there in Chaguanas, Sherwin and Juliet Kerr in Arima. Maria Cellier, Carla Hercules, Dave Gosine, Brenda Isaac said it's dark and cold in Santa Cruz. Isn't it always? Santa Cruz is the first place I saw fog or smog, whatever you want to call it. It's fog?
It'll be more fog than smog.
Yeah, fog. That was the first place I ever witnessed that
pollution,
donkey years ago. And I think they still have it. Joyce Phillip, Florence Bazi, morning, Kings and Chatters. Carl Guevara, it says it's raining in Chaguanas also. Ingrid in Tucson, Arizona. Sherma Paul, Kathy Ann Charles and Arlene in Bronxville. Michael Robinson, a.k.a. Manish, out there in La Joqueta today. He's be all over the place, including Japan. Carlisle Cupid, raining in the southwest. All right. Lincoln Foxtrot says, Wendell, I just heard yes, as I said, I saw that video and it's disturbing nonetheless. But guess what? That's how the TTPS's role. That is the
Is that true though? Is that true?
Well, it was shown on the NLA network. He was actually on spot and videotaped them. 4 police vehicles arriving and running into the house, officers running into the house. He showed it.
There's so many things wrong with that.
Richard, that's the police service.
No, Wendell, that's not because you showed CCTV of their inappropriateness. Your house is raided.
Yeah.
That is to what intimidate everybody that gets CCTV footage of police inappropriateness not to show it. That's not normal, Wendell.
They clearly didn't cater for a news network to be on spot at the same time.
Yeah, but that's not normal. And that's
normal,
abusive. No, Wendell, I don't know that this will be normal. You have heard that before?
Richard, it happened to me.
Wendell, CCTV footage of police inappropriate behavior, and you show that, and then and it's leaked with police officers doing whatever, and then at the house, the place is raided by police officer because they've shown that footage.
Because they've released it, yes, Richard.
I don't know that happened before, Wendell.
What?
Maybe you know of other incidents where that happened? Refresh my memory, please.
I can't refresh your memory now. I'm sorry. But somebody will in the chat. Lincoln certainly will, I'm sure. That police raided a place after the suspected was released their inappropriateness. Huh?
After you saw the CCTV footage from whatever angle that they then raided that place because of the CCTV footage?
Yes, and clearly they probably didn't know that the footage was released allegedly by someone who operates within the security agencies in this country.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right. So I'll call you after. David McCarthy says good morning. Merle McCormy also says good morning. Margarita Chow. Richard M. Jeremiah. Donald Trump is back in the chat. Welcome back. Nicola, what's happening in Venezuela, Donald Trump? We don't know. Nicola is asking Lincoln if he's serious. He is very serious. Julia Samantha says good morning. Lester Cragwell also says good morning. Why is the TTPS embarrassing themselves repeatedly? That's a very good question. Yvette Scipio, Felix Kozo, you remember the commissioner himself come and tell people, he advising people not to share footage, not to think because the investigation is going on. And then right after that, the extended version of the incident come out. That is what probably upsetting them now. That extended version of the footage. You understand? That showed police contaminating the scene and doing all kind of thing around. That is what are probably upsetting them. Boy, give me a break, eh? They might raid me and you and Charles after today. Magic says grand rising, gentlemen and breakfast crew. James Purcell in the chat, good morning. Ambrose Blair from New York, good morning. James Kamau. So TTPS tried to seize the footage of their murderous act. Well, it's too late for that, eh? But if they have to investigate that matter, I'm telling you, they have to actually get that footage from themselves. If they have to do a proper, according to how they operate, their procedure, they have to actually get that footage from that CCTV, from that DVR. I don't know they need to raid to do that. They didn't raid me to do that. They came and they said they came to get the footage. I allowed them to my DVR.
It's a request. You can request it.
Yeah, but
maybe it was a request for another raid.
Right. But anybody watching it maybe could interpret it as a raid too. But they run in the man place. 4 vehicles. I don't know they need 4 vehicles to come to get footage.
Well, you don't need 4 vehicles to collect video footage.
No, you don't.
Why we were saying it was a mandir though, so it wasn't a mandir.
No, it's next to the mandir.
Oh, it's next to the mandir.
It was first said it came from the mandir.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's a house close to the mandir. Don't ask me. I'll tell you after this. I'll call you after. Jason Samuel, like any other country, when you're on holiday, it's very different compared to when you live in that country. So true. Kapi the Nigerian, good morning. Raymond Piggott also says good morning. CJ from New York. Hi, CJ. Morning in a cold New York still. Wayne, good morning all. Oh, all right. Scorpion Pepper. Apollonius, thanks Wendell for reading my message. And Apollonius is a woman. All right. Thanks for clearing that up. So happy birthday, Shay, from your granny, Apollonius. Florence Bazi, Trinidadians will sure get sent back home for their nastiness. All right. Lester Cragwell, this is the playbook of the TTPS, nothing new. And that's what I'm trying to tell Richard. Miles Walker, good morning. Thanks for joining the chat, Miles. Rena Budu Jennings, yes, I saw that footage. Jasodra Ramlakan, good morning, guys. Alexander said, if you know something, say something. So when people show the footage of police misconduct, the police have a problem. So right. Gemma Peters, good morning, guys. Love you all. And Michael Cadet, heaven help us. Just know we on this chat will be in trouble. No, nobody on this chat will get in trouble. We are very fearless here. We went through hell already and come back. We can't go through more hell than where we went already. Speaking for myself.
Are you finished here, Wendell?
Yes, I'm finished, Richard.
Okay,
I'm having coffee early. You see that, right?
Yeah. So, Shamin, good morning to you. Off the blocks very early. Captain Ron, good morning to you also. Mark, Mr. Beeps. Fifi in Ethiopia, good morning.
Good morning, Addis Ababa.
Judith and Tobago, good morning. Rena Budo Jennings, good morning. Mahi out in Columbus, Ohio. Frank out there in Aruka. Sina, good morning to you. Hope all is well. Yeah, hope all is good. Also to Mr. Billy, Callan and Kelly out there in Caronad. Sankofa, good morning. And Kent out there in Laverdale. Peter Wilson, good morning. And also to Pauline. All right, so people are going for a quick break and we will be back. And please, people, don't forget that they only have to sing. Yeah? More prices coming in the thing. So get ready to sing today.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it Karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion on the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
Crazy, yeah? All right, let me go back in.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange. Foreign Exchange. A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakarama.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds.
DOC.
Kevin Baker, beats by Robin, Young Pro and Bounty the Voice, DJ Eldon, and featuring International Steven, all the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-4747.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shagaramas, Foreign Exchange.
With your bad energy.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Malasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic calypso hits from legend Ronnie McIntosh and witness a thrilling ex-tempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
All right, morning Claire Lendo Rollins and of course Biznat Prasad who joined the chat. Today is Friday, January 30th, and the stories that are trending on the Online Express, bringing the police instead of backing criminals into a corner. And I see a picture of Penelope Beckles Robinson, the leader of the opposition. Seeley's attorney responds to Commissioner of Police, and that's an attorney acting on behalf of Kaya Seeley, the young lady who was shot in the car also. San Juan stay up, St. Augustine Malik hold on, that's secondary football. Quinton de Kock beat West Indies again. You notice I didn't say South Africa beat West Indies, right? Quinton de Kock. 8 cops committed to stand trial, and that was in another matter some years ago concerning the firearm user's license. I don't know if you all remember that. 8 police officers were suspended. They've been committed to stand trial. Home invasion at home of customs officer, US $10,000 taken. Doubles vendor robbed of $35,000 in gold jewelry.
That is something else.
Yeah.
You read that story?
Yes, I did. I mean,
everybody, I don't believe people still doing this kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, some people, well, I mean, you're entitled to wear your jewelry anyway, but I mean, maybe somebody is aware of the value of what she had on, you understand? To go and rob her while she's selling doubles with that, you know? It's a crazy story. Officer collapses, dies while on duty at Golden Grove Prison. Very sad story. And one of the stories that I didn't want to entertain, it's also in the headlines. Kamla claims Afro-dominated PNM blocking help for Afro-dominated communities. I will not respond to that. All right, those are the trending headlines in today's Express.
All right, okay, cool.
Newsday is closed, Richard. Over to you and the Guardian.
Oh,
I thought you want me to do all.
Actually, Wendell, do the Guardian for me now, please.
All right, I can do that. Yeah, man. That's why I'm getting paid for. That's all.
Because I'm trying to sort out a little problem here.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that I don't have readily available is the Trinidad Guardian, because I don't think I've ever done it. But let me do it for you. Trinidad Guardian headlines: name them. Pressure mounts on PM to reveal identities of 2 senators accused of seeking bribes. Name them. Israel Khan: PM's allegations constitute criminal conduct. Wow. Government senators silent amid Kamala's allegations against independent bench. Jamaican ministers praise their country's Zoso model after TNT bill collapses. Buru: government future at stake. PM must speak today. And that's Senator Sanjeev Buru. All right, so those are some of the trending stories in today's Guardian. All right. Oh, there's an update. 500 Port of Spain workers sent home. Mayor warns of sanitation crisis. That, of course, the mayor corrected that very erroneous headline. It was not 500 workers of the Port of Spain Corporation. That's not what he meant when he spoke, right? Because when I saw it, I said, "What craziness is this?" But it was, he corrected it. But he asked the media to correct that erroneous headline. All right, I don't know if they've done so, all right? But he meant 500 workers in terms of CPEP and URP and the other agencies that lost their jobs. That's what he meant in the city. All right. So those are some of the trending stories in the 2 dailies available online today.
It's a Friday, baby! Your weekend starts right here. Are you ready? Somebody come on, let's do this. Here we go. Come on, yeah.
Okay, I was enjoying that a little too much.
I have another birthday greeting before we get into the calls and what did you know. Kaylan Taylor is celebrating her birthday today. She is the daughter of Robert Taylor and of course his wife. She is here visiting in Trinidad and Tobago apparently. So Kaylan, happy birthday from your dad, your mom, and all of us here on the Breakfast Show. Absolutely fantastic day. All right, Robert.
Happy birthday,
Robert. You're not in Trinidad. No, you're not. So I don't know if she must be visiting in where Robert is in Fernandina Beach. That's what he meant.
All right. Well, let's jump into our "Did You Know" segment for today.
Japan lives in the future, and here's why. Adjustable heel shoes. In Japan, there are shoes that allow you to adjust the heel depending on what you need. Going to a fancy event? You raise the heel. Prefer something more casual? Lower the heel. One single pair for any occasion. Self-heating lunchboxes. You pull a little string, wait a few minutes, and you have a hot meal. No microwave, no electricity. Perfect to take anywhere. Practical and efficient. At gas stations, you can't refuel directly. First, you must touch a metal plate that removes static electricity from your body. Why? To avoid sparks and possible fires. Maximum safety and Japanese common sense at its finest. The Shiba monorail, a suspended train that travels through the city in the air. It doesn't make noise or cause disturbance, and it offers a spectacular view. It's like traveling in a futuristic spaceship. Smart kitchens. Some have machines that fry eggs automatically. They crack the egg, cook it, and place it on your plate without you having to do anything. Perfect for rushed mornings, and they guarantee a perfect egg every time. Japan's innovation is on another level. Which one surprised you the most? If you're not following us yet, you'll probably never see us again. But if you are, congratulations, you're growing every day.
That's a most appropriate Did You Know segment. And if you actually want to meet some Japanese, come down by Rumble Street.
Yes, and you can find out more of the different kinds of things that they have going on.
Yes. Yes.
I like the suspended monorail. I'd seen that in Germany already. I find it's very suited to, for a city like Port of Spain.
Yes.
To get around Port of Spain. So you jump and go to one where you go up to get to one to, let's say, go to St. Anne's or to go to Maraval or, it'd be interesting to have stuff like that. I don't know how you're going to do it though, but I suppose there is a way to do it.
You must have a way to do it, man.
Yeah.
I always thought
kind of skinny. Yeah.
I always thought that from the Lady Young down into Port of Spain, they should have one of those cable car ride things so that you could pass and meander it over the savannah down into the city. You know what I mean? They could find a way. You take the cable car from up on the Lady Young lookout there. You know? And that's a short cable car ride. They could do
but
it.
You was involved in the Port of Spain City Council. Why you didn't suggest it?
But I talk about all them things, Richard. Richard, ideas I
did not happen. So you were just a talk shop.
No, well, I didn't have the power to do it. What could I do? All I could do was give them ideas when I travel around the world and I see it.
And they have no money and no budget for that, and that will cost too much money.
Richard, from solar.
As Marie McDonald used to say, throw a barbecue.
From solar garbage cans to toilets that self-cleaning to parking diagonally on streets. You name it. Every time I travel and I see something, I bring it. I do a video of it and I bring it back to the city. Only for nothing to happen. Say what? Anyway. So
David, we'll send these videos, just to keep it a little light on a Friday morning.
You see the dog?
Oh, run to the dog.
This dog is boy.
Ask him what he's run out when she open the gate.
Right. You leave the gate open by chance?
No, I closed it back before I went on the road. I was the last time I went out after she. Yeah.
I don't see the dog.
I closed back the gate.
Yes, I'm a road man. Oh, yes, I am a road man. I never hear me program. You take me and me one gang go over the stage. Jump.
My God. Where you get that?
My dog on the pavement line.
I like that.
Oh, good.
I like that.
That video was Tennessee David West.
You ever wonder why people used to go to call a dog? Why?
I have no
Anybody
idea.
in the chat can tell us why. How was that invented? Calling a dog like that?
They're squirrel cats.
It is good.
I don't know. He silenced me, yes?
Yeah. Go ahead with the dog.
Where this going?
The dog.
I don't know. I know my grandmother used to call.
How this called cats? I want to hear the answer. How this called cats?
I hear that nobody dog yet, Mom.
No, Mark. I want you brought up how they call cats. So how do they call cats?
I laugh too much. I can't do it the way.
Don't they call cats puss 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 puss?
Yes. Puss 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 puss.
I know my grandmother used to call the chickens come tilly. She used to call chickens like that. I know that.
I say they call it the cat. Anyway, they call the cat besides puss puss puss. You boy. I don't know what. But why do you call the dog like that?
I don't know. That's why I ask him.
Okay.
I'm nobody has ever proffered an explanation as to why you do.
I think they just make up a soca there, It has no words. They're just calling it animal calls.
Animal noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, fishy.
So that,
Yeah, fishy.
yes, yeah, fishy. Richard,
All
the third one you
done.
did though. The third one you did.
All done to the beat of a soca beat. And the whole crowd going,
yeah, fishy.
Hold on. Listen, I'm running a blank on a poll this morning because I didn't want to give a heavy poll, but I'm running a blank on the poll this morning, guys.
I'll show the Ian Allen video of the police. Maybe the police would just respectfully go into the guy and say, we need the footage for the investigation. Can you provide the original copy, please? Thank you. Maybe that's how they went.
Well, they'll have to extract this from his DVR. They can't mark a copy of it. They have to come with their flash drive and extract it themselves from the DVR. You understand?
Did you send that video in the group?
It wasn't shareable when I saw it. You know, some videos are not shareable. You could send it to somebody inbox, but it wasn't shareable.
From him demands
Oh,
justice.
God. I was trying to get it signed. But
Tell you, ladies.
No.
Okay. Anyway, folks, suggest a poll for today now, please, in the chat. So you help me suggest a poll today. In the meantime, we could open the lines and take some calls. 281-1315, 299-5156. Special good morning to my peeps out there in Addis Ababa. Well, it's good afternoon by you. Special good morning, of course, to the folks out there in. All right. Laurendon says, are you feeling the carnival spirit? Well, Pan is, of course, on this weekend. Renegades are taking the lead in Pan with Lady Lizard. So, and nobody has sang that yet, huh? Yeah. And, of course, Exodus is second. I don't know what Exodus is playing. And All Stars third. All right. Those are the results of the preliminaries, right? Of course, the order of appearance, where did that go? The order of appearance on Sunday is Harmonites first, Deltones, Redemption, Exodus fourth, Cats and Jammers fifth, Starless sixth, Renegades beating seventh, followed right after by All Stars. That's not a good sign, Renegades. Phase 2 comes up at number 9, Skiffle at number 10, Shell Invaders at 11, Buccaneers at 12, Fontclair 13, Silver Stars 14, Supernovas 15, Desperados all the way down in the end at 16, and Angel Harps brings up the rear at 17. All right, that's the order of appearance on Sunday.
All right, hold 1 minute there. Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
In my experience, I have had a situation that happened outside my home where my city cameras captured stuff. Police came to me and they asked me for the footage. I allowed them to get the footage and stuff like that. What should happen in a case where somebody is murdered, for example? I would think the police would choose that course of actions first. But as a backup, they know the house they're going to go to get the appropriate warrant should the person deny them the access to the footage. They now have a warrant to go physically go and get the footage. Now, in getting that footage, you don't have a warrant to go and search under the people in the couch and in the wardrobe. And in the warrant is strictly to go to the CT camera, the DVR or NVR, and get the footage. You know, police like to be abusive with a warrant. You get a warrant for video footage, but you're looking on that in soap dish, and you're looking on that book and all kind of that a-holeness.
Looking at what kind of soap dish?
Looking on that soap dish, God knows what else we're looking for.
I can swear I hear another word coming in.
But in any case, we're still under a state of emergency. Remember, it expires tomorrow night.
That's right.
So they don't need a warrant? Is that what you're suggesting?
Absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
We're still under state.
Yeah.
So, but you know, media, I would I would take that with a pinch of salt because media uses words to sensationalize actions. So the word raided may be, an exaggeration.
Yeah, they may have simply gone in politely and asked for it.
With four police vehicles yourself? We just said that.
Well, we don't know. Guys here say we didn't see nothing. We
We
didn't
don't
see no
always,
video.
but when we just always see the police using 4 or 5 vehicles to do simple little things. We just always see that. Right? So I would be mindful of the words that the media house use. And give it up
It may not have been a raid. It may have been respectfully done.
Correct. It may have been.
Well, maybe if somebody has the video, send it.
But you had the video and you didn't think it important to send it to us.
I said it was a
right. All we may clown the man and Papi show the man and he's a little sensational and whatnot. I respect Ian Allen because he gets asked the questions that we want to know. He gets the interviews that we are curious about. He's the one that will go to the house and interview the people and find out, well, what happened? What went on? And that is how we will get the grassroots information that we are curious about. Say what they want about it.
That's absolutely true. That's
absolutely true. Have a good morning.
He does dig deep. All right. Ron DeSantis.
Any suggestion for the poll this morning? Besides, are you feeling? I know one person suggested, are you feeling the carnival spirit?
Ron DeSantis is suggesting who would throw which security services, which arm of the security services show the best carnival fed. That requires too many answers, Ron. That, you have to specify one and say yes or no. We do yes or no on our poll.
Yeah, but what security services have FedTech besides Army?
The police didn't used to have a Fed? Fire used to have a Fed?
No. Who has a Fed now? And
no, you're right. It's only the Army.
Only Army.
But he say used to throw?
Yeah, used to what used to. See, you'll be talking about.
But if he doesn't have old people in the team.
Yeah.
Well, Ron is an old man, that's all.
Hola, good morning to you.
Morning.
Go ahead, Paula.
Good morning. Morning, Wendell, Sir Charles.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Wendell.
Sir?
What's going on? I hear you're calling out the other demands and you're saying when all stars behind Renegades, they have to watch out because I bad business. I mean, all stars supposed to be behind Renegades anyway.
I not claim, but he's calling me there, right?
I remember sending a message for Sir Charles concerning the incident with the shooting, right? What I don't understand though, and this question is to Wendell. What I don't understand is why it is the police was shouting the word of command after the fact. When they come out the vehicle, they should have been saying, don't move, come out of the vehicle, shout command for the people to exit the vehicle. But after you shoot the man and kill him almost half dead, and you come back now, you're looking like a fool, shouting the word of command, don't move. That time the man died dead in the car. So I was wondering why it is after the fact they were shouting the word of command when they should have been with that before. From the time they approach the vehicle, they should have been shouting the command for them to exit the vehicle, put your hands in the air, come out the vehicle, lean on the car, lie down on the ground, spread your legs, whatever. So it looks so foolish.
Yeah.
It's so foolish. So Wendell, I don't know what is your take on that, because we as the people who may have served in that capacity already understand what it is all about, to give people the respective commands before you take the necessary action. If you're not, as we see, video show where there was not under fire, so they had ample time to do what they had to do, rather than show the people and the man.
What I don't understand, and nobody is yet, what I don't understand and nobody has explained it to me as yet, is why the TTPS feels that throwing injured people in the back of your SUV or the back of a tray of a police truck to get them to hospital is appropriate. I do not understand that. I do not understand why there is not more uproar on that, because to me, the purpose of the police at that point, if somebody is now injured, regardless of whatever it was, your intention should be to administer whatever assistance until the paramedics arrive.
Mm-hmm.
And there should be some sort of emergency paramedics assigned, at least have a response time to those kind of police incidents, because it may not be the police that's involved. It may be somebody else involved and they know what is seen. But many times when you have police incidents, they just throw the people and you throw them in the back of the SUV, and I'm like, what kind of medical? Because maybe you're doing more harm than good by moving the person, moving the person physically into and SUVs are not really known for space to have people lie down comfortably in the back. Not that I've ever traveled in the back of an SUV, but there is something inherently wrong with that, because these are still innocent citizens who are presumed innocent until proven guilty. And there has to be a way as a society that we deal with situations like that. So I don't know why people are not more irritated by that.
You're right. Sir Charles, Rena said she sent the video of the raid in the Breakfast Show channel, right? So you could look out for it. But our poll is up, people. Have you started to feel the carnival spirit? We're trying to be light, but we know there's a lot of heaviness around. But we're trying to be light. It's Friday after all. And a lot of you all will probably be going out in the savannah to support All Stars this weekend. So we'll keep it light, right? Clint Batiste, your band sounding good, boy. Renegade sounding good. I had to admit, they're sounding good. But when you see All Stars in that kind of striking position, trust me, they will strike and strike hard.
This is all called hope.
Anyway,
people, we are going to the news, so
going to the news,
stay with us, and don't forget all that practice. We need all that to sing today, okay? Don't forget that coming up just before 8 o'clock. All right.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Friday, the 30th of January on New Era TT Radio and Guile Caribbean TV. I'm Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar sparked controversy this morning after posting on X linking violent crime trends in Trinidad and Tobago to race and accusing the opposition PNM of protecting drug mafia financiers. In her post, she claimed that between 2015 and 2025, the country recorded 124,062 crimes, including 5,000 murders and 9,000 rapes and sexual assaults, and said most victims of gang violence were young Afro-Trinidadians living in PNM stronghold communities. However, no evidence was provided to support these assertions. Official CSO data shows annual murder totals rising from 420 in 2015 to 625 in 2024, while government officials have said murders fell to 361 in 2025. Neither the CSO nor the police service publishes demographic breakdowns of crime statistics, leaving the Prime Minister's claims unverified. Trinidad and Tobago has remained under a state of emergency since July 2025. The Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce is calling for a phased approach to changes in natural gas pricing after the National Gas Company announced a 77% increase in rates. In a media release, the chamber said it is gathering information from members on rising operating costs and the possible impact on prices, jobs, exports, and competitiveness. It noted that manufacturers have long operated under state-supported pricing arrangements alongside subsidies for utilities such as electricity and water. The chamber said reforms are necessary but should be introduced gradually through dialogue, with careful attention to protecting businesses, especially SMEs, and ensuring benefits reach citizens. It also warned that higher gas prices could lead to increased consumer costs and reduced export strength. The prison service is mourning the sudden death of Officer Steve Dookie, 48, who collapsed while on duty at the Golden Grove Prison on Wednesday. Dookie, of Kumudo Road, Kumudo, was speaking with colleagues in the dormitory area when he suddenly fell ill. He was taken to Arima Hospital, where he later passed away. Authorities say foul play is not suspected, and a post-mortem will determine the cause of death. Prison Officers Association President Gerard Gordon described Dookie as a trusted colleague and friend, offering condolences to his family and all those affected. 8 police officers charged in 2023 over alleged irregularities at the TTPS firearm unit have been committed to stand trial. The decision came after a sufficiency hearing before Master Margaret Sukraj Goswami, who ruled that a prima facie case was established. The officers are accused of misbehavior in public office, linked to claims they conspired to issue approval letters, allowing firearm holders to purchase extra ammunition. The matter will now proceed to trial before High Court Justice Kathy Ann Waterman-Lachu. The National Trade Union Center of Trinidad and Tobago, NATUC, has criticized Police Commissioner Alistair Gavaro's decision not to suspend officers involved in the fatal shooting of 31-year-old Joshua Samaru in St. Augustine on January 20th, which also left Kayasili paralyzed. NATUC says circulating video footage has raised serious public questions, and that suspending officers during investigations is not an admission of guilt, but a necessary step to preserve the integrity of the process and maintain confidence in justice. The union stressed that no one, including law enforcement officers, is above the law, and warned that citizens have a right to feel safe from both crime and the institutions meant to protect them. NATUC rejected claims of an exchange of gunfire without supporting video evidence and called for independent oversight, transparent investigations, and public reassurance that justice will be served. General Secretary Michael Anisette urged professional, accountable policing and respect for democratic rights. In international news, a deadly crash in South Africa has left at least 11 people dead after a minibus taxi collided head-on with a truck near Durban in KwaZulu-Natal. Officials say the truck driver may have made a U-turn, causing the collision. Several others were critically injured, including the minibus driver, who was trapped in the wreckage. The Hadza comes just over a week after another minibus crash killed 14 schoolchildren near Johannesburg. Transport Minister Barbara Creasy has ordered an urgent investigation as concerns grow over rising fatalities involving public transport. Minibus taxis carry about 70% of South African commuters, while Africa continues to face the world's highest road death rate. And that is news at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with new Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or Net Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Malasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic calypso hits from legend Roddy McIntosh and witness a thrilling ex-tempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The Mid-Morning Mix and Mingle. Weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Morning vibes, fresh energy. This is the Net Radio Breakfast Show.
I feel for woman and a woman and a woman and a rum and a woman and a woman and a rum and a woman and a woman and a woman and a woman and a woman. I can't behave myself. All when I jump in with the friends, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, I can't behave myself. Go on the back and not the end. I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, if soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, then you not alone. If soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, well, you not alone. All one thing uncertain, I outside and jamming, deal with them brutal, I go deal with them brutal. All that talk the talking, them can't tell me nothing. I go deal with them, never deal with them, never deal with them. I come to defend the things stand for man voice. I know my ancestors to support my choice, but I sure this music is more than noise. I can't behave myself. All when I jump in with the friends, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, I can't behave myself. Go on the back and not the end. I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, if soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, then you not alone. If soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, well, you not alone. If soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, then you not alone. If soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, well, you not alone.
Morning just got better. You're locked into Net Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and real talk.
I feel for woman and a woman and a woman and a rum and a woman and a woman and a rum and a woman and a woman and a woman and a woman and a woman. I can't behave myself. All when I jump in with the friends.
Well, I know how you're feeling. I know carnival gets in your blood and you just can't behave yourself. But you know what? Behave yourself, right? Because you can get yourself in real trouble.
Soon as the music hit there,
If you're just joining us for the very first time this morning, thank you very much for being here. It's a Friday. And of course, you're tuned in, locked onto the breakfast show. New Era TT Radio. The heartbeat of the Caribbean. And yes, we take you above and beyond. Also on Gaia Caribbean TV. So good morning to all you folks on Gaia. Thank you very much for being here. And remember, people, when we come off of the Gaia feed all day into the weekend until Monday morning, you can pick us up on newerattradio.com. New Era TT Radio on TuneIn. That way you get us on your Google and Alexa devices. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our YouTube and also our Facebook and Instagram pages. And also don't forget to hit our support donate button so that if you like what we're doing too, we can continue to do it for you, okay? Alright, so the poll is up. Remember, you're voting yes or no. Have you started to feel that carnival spirit? Panorama this weekend. Next weekend is what? Calypso Fiesta. Oh, you know, you just touched down in the land of carnival. Are you feeling it? Well, yes or no. And when we come back, we'll tell you how you voted. But don't forget, the karaoke is coming up just before 8 o'clock. Get ready to sing, all right?
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it Karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion on the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange.
Foreign Exchange. A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Chakaramos.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds.
D.O.C.
Kevin Baker. Beats by Robin, Young Pro, and Bounty the Voice. DJ Eldon. And featuring International Steven. All the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-4747.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Chakaramos. Foreign Exchange.
Over with your bad energy.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Molasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic calypso hits from legend Ronnie McIntosh and witness a thrilling ex-tempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
All right, people. So we are back with you. Yeah.
Yeah, we are back. Of course, our poll is up. Again, I'll echo this. Have you started to feel the carnival spirit? Yes or no? Is that hello? All right, go on. Yes. Have you started the best way for me? I'll answer for myself first before I go to the poll. For me to feel the carnival spirit is buy a ticket for me to go somewhere. Carry me. Let me enjoy myself. I don't jump on wine and carry on. I'll enjoy myself and carry me back home, tuck me in my bed, give me a little smooch on my forehead and go away. That's the best way for me to keep feeling.
Oh gosh.
I've just sent a very broad message.
Yeah, that's a very broad message I just sent.
But it's directed anyway. You ready for the poll results, Sir Charles?
Yeah, just about. What's the whole one?
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Robert Allen says no. Of course, our poll is, have you started to feel the carnival spirit? No, Robert Allen. Eunice Dublin, yes. Gregory Boyer, yes. So I guess that's Gregory and Kathleen. Ava Smith, no. Maybe later on. Bridget Buchanan, I am coming home and not excited. So I guess that's a no. Alicia Almond de Roche, no. Scorpion Pepper, no. Hey, she voted early today, everybody. Michael Cadet, yes. CJ from New York, didn't vote. Right, she says no. Scorpion Pepper, that was obvious what they were going to do, you know. Margaret Thomas, nah. Well, that's no. Damian and Amanda Edwin didn't vote here, but thanks for your prizes anyway, Damian and Amanda. Derek okay this morning? Yes, he is. Anyway. Robert Taylor says no. Rena Jennings says not yet, so that's no. Boy Bidesi, no. Slick Money Grip says yes. The steel pans in my boy. Yeah, so he's looking forward to Panorama. Carla Hercules, yes. Gemma Peters Halls, yes. Apollina's a little only for semi-final, so that's a maybe. Not yes or not no. You're taking that as a yes.
You're taking it as a yes.
You're feeling it a little, we'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, we'll take it as a yes.
Cheryl Henry says no. Joseph Clement, yes. Ron DeSantis Jr. going back in time. Beauty Culture, no. DMARC, no. Margarita Chow, no. Claire Lendor Rollins, no. Ron DeSantis, no. Andre Reno, yes. So those are the votes I have on the chat, Sir Charles. And Estelita Sampson, no.
Sampson, you ain't feeling it with that bar right by you there?
I'm telling you, huh?
Woo. All right, so
you ready? I have two more, but I'll wait till you finish.
All right, okay. So I have Kenwin saying yes, Brenda saying no, Peter saying I am yes, that's a yes. Mahia is saying yes. Trinidad and Tobago saying no. Captain Ron saying yes. Archbishop Ashton Clark got to know if he made it back home safely. Sankofa. And Sankofa says yes also. All right, so the two that you have, what are you saying?
Well, actually, I have four. Five. Carol Guevara says not really, so that's a no. Colted Finch says no. Lester Cragwell says yes. And Carlisle Cupid says no, and Bernadette Yates also said yes. So a mixture of no's and yes. Yes is there. Okay. All right.
Wow.
So that's where we'll end it. And Debbie Mitchell says good morning. Morning, Debbie.
All right. Not many of you on the poll this morning. 38 of you.
Oh, she votes yes. Debbie Mitchell votes yes. So you can add in that yes.
All right. So 39 on the poll. 21 saying no. 18 saying yes.
Okay, close poll.
Yeah, that's
Close poll.
statistically.
I think after Pan, a lot of people will start feeling the spirit. I think a lot of people depend on Pan to kind of kick up their spirit a little bit now. But Pan competitions gets up. Well, it's very competitive.
Excited?
Yeah, and it's one of the biggest shows at the Savannah. Eh? At the end of the day, I think Pan semifinals is probably the biggest show that is held at the Savannah. They don't get as many people anything else after Pan.
Yeah, and that's why the whole debate was taking place with, do we need a North Stand?
Yeah.
And who should fund it?
Yeah.
Because it's just...
But and there is a North Stand? They put up the North Stand, eh?
Yeah, I think they put it up.
Yeah. I haven't really noticed. When you're driving around that Savannah, you have to keep your eyes on that road so much, because you're always getting some crazy person. You didn't see the accident the other day with this car end up in the middle of the Savannah, well, not in the middle, but in the Savannah. You saw that?
Savannah? No, I didn't see that. But wow.
Yes, wrong by, it looked like wrong by St. Anne's roundabout side there. A car end up in the Savannah on its hood. I don't know under what circumstances, but that I got that video. But no, it wasn't a video, but a picture. Somebody passed filming it now.
Speed.
Yeah.
Manish, we had to get some more drunk. Well, I know if we can get people not complaining about how it is right now with the fines. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so we're taking your calls, and don't forget at around 10 to 8, you're calling for the karaoke where you could call in and sing, all right? So let's take a couple of calls and see what's up with you this Friday. It is a Friday. Friday is your turn to talk. So let's go. Hello, good morning.
Sorry, Sir Charles. I actually sent the link to Mark Ian to join us for Talk Carnival, because he's president of TTCVA.
Right. So
I haven't seen him respond as yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Call it there.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that caller. Hold on. But they believe my cap jump on all over the place this morning. Yeah, that is my fault. Sorry about that. Lincoln.
Morning. No problem. When they answer your question, the elevated rails can't work in Port of Spain. Any country that I've been to that have very wide roads and a lot of space. Port of Spain isn't built for that. We would spend $10 million on a feasibility study, and then we recognize, hey, the building's just too close to one another to do that.
Going over the Savannah, Lincoln, from the Lady Young now, man.
Oh, no, that yes, maybe, no, but the video you all showed was it passing through the city. We can't have that passing through our city.
No, not through the city. Can't be through the city. Well, it could come down the bus route, and it could be built over the bus route,
Yes, over the bus route, in the middle of the bus route, but I was talking about through the city. One of the things that I did notice that most of the countries that I've been to that has a lot of tourists is a Big Ben style Ferris wheel close to the port. And I often wonder if we build that, if the fad would phase out, it will be a novelty for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months maybe, and then nobody will start to ride it and nobody will start to go on it. Safe and aside from after we spend $10 million to build it, and this is a hypothetical figure, we would then not maintain it, and it will just be a heap of scrap iron, something similar to, I don't know if you remember the ring band that we spent $2 million on, or the waterfall in front of the Hyatt that is just a monument now.
Yes.
And so many other things that we spent millions of dollars on that is now just a heap of scrap iron. So I often wonder, it might be a good investment, but for how long? Are we going to maintain it? And is it just going to eventually turn up into a heap of scrap iron?
Yeah, you see that water feature in front, Hyatt and the government campus, and the other one that was in front of Napa. I am so disappointed that those things don't work.
Disappointed, totally disappointed. But it's all about maintenance. And if people are aware of how expensive those things are to install, we will be mortified that these things aren't run functioning properly, you know, right? And maybe we need to consider maintenance fees or something before we implement it, because it does be expensive to maintain. I would agree with that. It would be expensive to keep running. But let me look at the long-term costs before we spend millions of dollars to put in these things and then can't maintain it, man. Right?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the lawsuit? Remember the conspiracy? Not the conspiracy. It did happen. The $2 million that was misappropriated in Tobago for the zip line. Anybody ever get charged for that? Anybody ever get? Because it was a big thing for the campaign, for the election campaign.
Yes. Well, it worked. It worked in demonizing the person, and she's out. She lost. The people who were demonizing her in, and they in again.
Right, but after it did that, and so much you call so much corruption and mismanagement of things, where's the charges? Where's the pursuing after that and the charges? Where's the attempt to get back with money?
I said, this is Trinidad.
Yeah, it's consistent with Trinidad politics.
Yeah, thanks much.
All right, then.
Yeah, this is Trinidad and Tobago for you. We hear all of these things, you know, we hear about Cold Heart, we hear about this, all kind of thing, and nothing goes on. People live the life and die in peace. Caller, good morning to you.
Yeah, morning, Charlie. Morning to you and your team.
Morning.
They were talking about the police, the fire, and the army, and they merge the organization and just keep the set as a one. They are the monarch, the forces, they call it the security forces, they merge. So the set that they keep is a all-inclusive set for all these services, you know, fire, police, army. So they're not separate again.
When is that fit?
That is what you're talking about. You're talking about the Calypso show.
Yeah, but the Fed that keep too is the merge together, the organization and the merge together and just keep the thing together now.
So it's a show and a Fed then?
Yeah, well, the Calypso competition with the monarch go come and then the Fed is a merging of the organization. I hear the members of the organization.
Yeah, but I feel it is more for Calypso than the veteran part of it, because I think they said it was kept actually last weekend, you know. I think the finals of it was kept at Queen's Hall.
Yeah, well,
but I don't think it was like a fet situation. It was more like the show.
Yeah, well, but in terms of the fet, I think it needs to probably all the access so they can get the membership and confirm it. But to me, that is why I gather from the thing from last year or when they started, they merged together and keeping all the activities as one organization.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
thanks for the information.
Yeah. Well, I know they merged for the Calypso. You know, I don't it merged into the actual Calypso and party, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, but I know definitely for.
But I know advertisements for the Army Fed this year. Normally they advertise that they start off the safest Fed in Trinidad. You know,
yeah, they're trying to get off the blocks kind of late, but I started to hear some stuff. It's only last week I started to hear. Normally you used to hear Army Fed from all Boxing Day.
Yeah, that was it. They used to advertise heavily.
Yeah.
You know.
Caller, good morning.
Front and center, Virginia. Good morning, gentlemen. Good, all the old boy, all talking about Army Fest and things. Anyway.
Oh, you talking about Betty Wright and Big Belly Bertha and Bubble Up something. That's what you talking about.
I don't know the kind of woman you keep company with. I just want to know. Okay. 10-foot Tina and redhead Harriet. I don't know. You keep politics.
You know the name as well.
So you really don't remember Cynthia from Renegades? What you don't know in touch with your culture, man? Come on, man.
Nah, I mean, I remember them when somebody sing about them. I don't know them personally. If you know them personally, enlighten us.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
That means you must know about Gene and Dinah too.
Good. I mean, you want to call me old, but I really ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Do you know teacher Mildred? You know teacher Mildred?
Yes, well, yeah, I knew her. As a matter of fact, it escaped from the glass eye at the lizard.
You bring the lizard.
Yeah, I bring the lizard. Anyway, this conversation going on road there, the lizard. Anyway,
no, but Renegade.
No, just
Renegade sounding really good with that tune, with that guys.
No, anyway, I just want to say, Richard yesterday had corrected a gentleman, and he reminded, when Richard did that, he reminded me when he was saying how you address when we certain individuals when we talk about public figures, that is, and it reminded me of a certain talk show host. I wouldn't give them the privilege of mentioning the frequency, but I think all know the fellow. All right, and you know what? Even though Dr. Rowley may not be my cup of tea when it comes to being, whether he's a politician, political leader, we don't share the same ideology. This guy on this other frequency said, well, me calling him Dr. Rowley, we're calling Dr. For. He needs to be called Doctor. I say, whoa, that just shows a level of not just ignorance, but illiteracy. And when I say illiteracy, I don't mean just going through the hallowed halls of education, which today is more like indoctrination out here anyway, but still, the fact is, Dr. Rowley, he earned that doctorate, right? Just like anybody else, okay? So, whether or not you don't want to address them by the title, but still, look, it just shows that having a microphone and being on the bully pulpit, as they say in media circles, doesn't mean that you really have the ethical or the common sense embedded in you to address that. Because, getting a doctorate and even Jack Warner, I mean, look at that at his age, he get his PhD, right? Is it PhD or doctorate?
A doctorate.
But still, Yeah. So anyway, so I just wanted to just share that.
No problem.
On that, okay? Anyway, hey, and Wendell, next time, say hello to the Bubble Seminar when you see her, okay?
I'll do that.
Hello for me.
I'll do that.
All right, Virginia, thanks very much. Kola, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Kola.
I know John, I'm Mr. Amande. He's still sleeping out. Wake him up.
Yeah, he went back to sleep. He got up too early and then went back to sleep.
All right, let me get on to some serious business now. Who listening in the government, call Miss Kadisha Amin now and tell her the Eagle say to send people to clean the grass around the hospital in Mount Hope. The type of mosquitoes I bounced up in that hospital yesterday, sooner or later they'll have to empty the hospital, patient, doctor, nurse, cleaner, everybody. She says she hit the ground running, but she like an African snail. Put some grease in your heels and get that grass cut outside the hospital for us, please, before things get out of hand. Just now dry season coming, and the kind of thing I seen in that drain there, it look as though it has a pandemic with mosquito.
Right.
Secondly, gentlemen, Wassa did a job at Irving Street, Pittsburgh here. They leave all the mud and dirt for people to climb up the hill there. Up to now, I ain't seen a truck come with no asphalt to fix it.
All right.
You was working for the salary all the time.
That's what they ran Pittsburgh talking about.
Is it Irving Street?
Upper Irving Street. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's all? Let's go and fix up the people street.
Yeah, let it get cracking, man.
Yeah. All right.
This is New Year, man. New Year, new rules.
Okay, no problem. Thanks very much, Kola.
Thanks, Kola. Morning to Dean Allen and Melchizedek joining the chat. Colted Finch also to join the chat. Special good morning to you all. I think I might have greeted Carlisle Cupid already.
Kola, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Estego Martin.
Yes.
Wendell. Hi.
Yesterday, you spoke about the young man in Trinidad City.
Yes, by the Piaco lights there and thing, yes.
Yeah, I spoke to police. It wasn't St. Joseph police station. It was in Aruka. They was beating him.
Is Aruka? Okay. All right. I don't know why I remembered it as St. Joseph.
Yeah, it was Aruka because he said he was working there, and he said when he went on duty and he hearing this crap, this person bawling, he said, let me go in the back and see who it is my colleagues beating. So, when he went in the back, he said he know the young man, and that is how they start beating him. Boy, that thing was so sad. Boy, they need to deal with these rogue officers. They need to. It is out of hand. I want to ask, do y'all could remember the Maruga killing with Alana Duncan, Abigail Johnson, and Karen Eccles?
Yes.
Where the lone police woman in that situation, who they went before the court, WPC Clement, turned state witness against her colleagues, and then she became a hostile witness, refused to testify, and all of them walk free. Yes. I want to find out if that officer is back in the service, so we never hear nothing about her. She was responsible for 5 rogue police officers back in the TTPS because she reneged on her deal, and she was so bold-faced. She was asking the state to give her immunity outside, and they refused. The DPP said, no, you reneged on your part of the deal, and you want us now to send you outside to live, because she was afraid of her own colleagues, because she know what police could do. Yeah?
But she saw what they could do.
Yeah, she know what they could do, so she was afraid to go back in the TTPS. When they had remember the Dolce matter, Levi Morris turned state witness. He kept his side of the bargain, and he and his family was shipped out of Mova. You can renege on the deal and still want the state to ship you out? No, not at all. So 5 more rogue officers went back into the TTPS because they all got back their job. You all have a blessed weekend.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest stories that I read. I don't know if people ever read the statement from the state witness, who was herself a police officer. It is the TTPS hopeless. I keep telling people that, and they don't like it. They don't like it when I say it. But the TTPS hopeless without bringing in expert help from outside. The TTPS is hopeless. Like when people didn't like when I say local government reform is a hoax, then plenty of people didn't like it, but they now realize it's true. I'm telling all you, TTPS without outside help is hopeless. Right.
All right. Caller, good morning. Mr. Rima. All right. I think I lost you. All right. Call me back. I'm resetting the system. Yeah, 2811315 or 2995156. Remember, this is a Friday. It's your day. You get to talk, all right? And especially since our guest did not turn up for the
But he said he was on another interview, so I tell him as soon as he's available, just join the link.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Good. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Wendell. What happened? I'm not seeing Richard this morning.
He went back to bed.
He tired. He had a long night.
He went back to bed.
Oh, wow.
Can't keep up. You're not as young as his picture.
Okay. Yes, you know what? My little contribution this morning is that O'Meara Road, it always have a man here, grandpa, right? He have a crutch under his arm. He looking for the little help now, but he have one foot. They give away so much of foot. They help out so much of people with so much of foot some time ago. I would like for somebody to assist that man to see if they could give him a foot, because he could get an accident there, because sometimes when the cars go in, he want a little help, and sometimes he will cross the road now. He have a crutch under his arm, one foot. Only help out that man now. Give grandpa a foot. We have enough to give away. Listen, help them out for me, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. I know I've seen that gentleman on a few occasions. I stopped one day to assist him, but I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he ever applied to the program. You know, all these things sometimes you can't just take it for granted that people would in a program would just see you and so they have to go to the programs to it.
Yeah, but that's why I guess that caller called and appealing for help for him. Or maybe nobody has tried to help him in that way. No representative or
I see he's he's a homeless person.
Huh?
He's like a homeless person or something.
Well, I don't know if he must be coming from somewhere, but he's on that by that traffic light a lot of times.
Wow.
Soliciting arms and so yeah. Oh, not soliciting arms as in ARMS, ALMS.
Mr. Patrick.
Yes, morning, Charlo. How are you going?
Good.
Well, morning.
Morning, Mr. Patrick.
Mr. Aguasik, morning.
He went back to bed, Mr. Patrick. Yeah, he went back to bed.
First thing first, I want to apologize for the court's business, right?
Right.
Apology accepted. Well done.
Right. No, I'm going now. All you see here is Tanku virus.
Tanku virus? No.
What is that?
There are big thing on TikTok and all about the people passing around way. How much bars is shut down already?
Oh, I saw that.
Bars shut down.
I was seeing a story about that in one of the newspapers today.
Right, and a lot of business places shut down, and we seen the gas, the company asking the government to hold back on that gas increase. And you know, this month, January month to me is the worst month I ever experienced in my whole lifetime. This month, January.
This particular January you're talking about?
This January, the amount of bacchanal and lost job and frustration and depression that's going on in this country in 1 month. And if this is the beginning of the year and this 1 month, I don't believe the next 11 months will be so.
You mean you don't believe it'll be any better?
I don't hope it's like this, but I went in Price Mart yesterday and in Extra Food yesterday. All you know, everything going up. Trouble?
Everything always going up.
No, but Charlo, I'll tell you again. Be yourself.
Mr. Patrick, I go to the supermarket. You know.
When you win, everybody win. Right? But people was expecting a little ease. But everything is problem. Boy, you're driving on the road now is problem. If you don't have this, you don't have that. A light bulb will you go to the gas station, you get $1 raise and everybody's hey! You walk the people lost their job this month alone. Businessmen wait until after December, after Christmas. Lego people in January month. You know why? They was looking to see if they could get a little money in January, in December. They get, they have to send on people. I know people working 2 days, 3 days this month. You understand? So the ease and safety. All of me know PNM, me know UNC, but they say PNM for the past 10 years was the worst thing. Well, this government for this past month is the worst thing. 1 month. 1 month earlier. You know? And look how much mayhem, boy. Look how much bacchanal and thing, boy. Charlo. Cement going up too. You know what going on, Charlo? If you had to build a room, Charlo, you lucky at your house.
I still have to do everything else, you know. I still have to do everything else.
You're bringing up an important point there, Mr. Patrick. That issue of economic decline as indicated by business closures is an important data point, and I'm not so sure who is monitoring it. I don't know if the CSO is actually monitoring it and has the data, because that kind of economic data is something that more developed economies track. And in terms of the amount of business closures that are happening, and as you are suggesting, by the amount of people that will let go, how much is that being tracked? What is the actual unemployment rate at this point? How much has it gone up by some of the decisions that the government has made? And what decisions are they making to grow the economy, to get businesses to reinvest or invest to get more and more jobs? Because your economic activity is the barometer of course, of how healthy your economy is going to be, the business activity. And if your business activity is slowing, and you know to what degree, you have to know to what degree it's slowing. Is it by 5%? Is it by 10%? Is it a dramatic slowing? Is it a gradual slowing? All of those things matter. And I am not sure if that data is out there. I mean, I don't know.
But Richard, I just been Trinity Mall, I just been Eastgate Mall, I just be around. And for the past year, last year, I realized the shopping, the people buying power, slow down drastically. People just walking up and down the place and nobody buying nothing. And every month you go, you see a boot closed down. You see that closed down. And that's not only in the mall. I went in Bagansing, what it was. Bagansing empty. There's a place we used to be always full. That place always full of people buying, renovate, or shop or something. Nothing going on in the country. I want the government trying to do is to just tax, more tax, and more tax.
Yeah, killing yourself.
Well, one of the components that is also tracked is consumer confidence. How confident are consumers about spending and doing long-term spending or large spending? How much are they willing to buy a car? How much are they willing to buy a house? Have they decreased their spending in terms of non-essential items? Is it only necessary items? All of that is usually tracked. But as I said, I have no idea how much and to what detail it's tracked in Trinidad and Tobago. The CSO is the obvious place, but we know the CSO has had problems for years. That has been indicated by agencies like Moody's and Standard & Poor's. They've indicated that we needed to have better statistical and better data information. And I don't know if that has improved. I have no clue. We probably need to speak to an economist on it. But if confidence in the economy is waning, that's a serious problem for the government to tackle. Now, a lot of their decisions have been unpopular, and they seemed not mindful of it in terms of their marketing or their marketing strategy. They kind of have a bravado, don't care attitude to whatever decisions they're making. But at some point, that comes home to roost from an economic perspective. Because if people don't have confidence, they're not going to spend. If consumer spending decreases dramatically, businesses close. Businesses close, your tax net drops, people go out, your unemployment rate goes up, everything is interconnected. So, but it doesn't seem as if the government is, at least from my perspective, I don't know if people have differing perspectives, it doesn't seem that they're doing much to motivate confidence in the economy.
Well, the thing about it is that real-time tracking of this data we don't seem to have. And in the article that came in the Express today, with one of the bars that closed down, it said that the sudden 100% increase in alcohol, 400% increase in amusement gaming tax from $6,000 to $24,000 per screen, increased liquor license fees from $1,800 to $9,000. He said it's difficult to keep your doors open.
Yeah, and what is happening too, in a lot of cases, businessmen aren't waiting till they go completely broke now or borrow out all every cent to try to survive, They are going to take in front and say, listen, you see what's going to coming down the road there? I closing up shop from now. Let me keep the little savings I have and try to enjoy my life. That's what's happening a lot with business owners and things now too. They're not going to wait,
Make some hard choices.
Yeah.
And the government is getting backlash with business closures, even from people who were their own supporters.
Yeah.
So I'm not understanding why it is not even a priority in terms of them even discussing it. There's not even a discussion about it, or look, we understand that things are getting difficult and we are going to manage it in this way. It's not even a conversation.
Yeah, it's like they will survive. They will make it. People, it's karaoke time. Anyhow, so call us now.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We are taking 2 contestants every day, and we are choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion of the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
Sing, the man.
So 2811315, 2811315. It's time for you to sing your guts out. 2811315. Will you get into the box?
Right? You see the numbers only after quarter. So those are the 2 numbers. Call the studio phone and see if you can sing your song, your calypso, your soca, your chutney. Sing, Miss Sampson. You don't have to sing.
Like what Tinto did yesterday. You could do your own composition too, as long as it's a soca / rap or whatever.
Yeah, you could do that. So let's say much thanks so far to the people who have donated prizes stuff. So I want to say thanks to the folks at Sunshine Snacks Feel Good. That's a big Carnival promotion, so Feel Good. So we thank them for being on board. Also to Bow Wow Pet Surprise for being here. Once again.
I know that, Richard.
Yeah. I was waiting, Wendell. I said, let me hear him.
Right? I
just know that was coming.
Yeah, but don't worry. I remember today. Amanda, David, Edwin. All right.
Right. And of course, SNH Rumbox, right?
SNH Rumbox. And also, we have some tickets from Movie Town. So we want to say also thanks to the Movie Town team who have done with us this morning also.
Tickets to what in Movie Town? The movies?
Yeah, you can get tickets. The tickets last for a certain time. I think you have like a 3-month window.
It's like a gift. It's like a gift certificate.
Yeah, and you can go and see some stuff at Movie Town, right?
All right.
So yeah, things are happening. We're still waiting on the TV, but we'll get there just now.
Well, Movie Town is like a TV. It's like a big 100-inch TV.
Yeah, for 2 hours. Yeah, for 2 hours.
Oh Lord. So So let's sing, people, sing. All you have so much to say on the chat. Jason, Scorpion Pepper, Cheryl Henry, Jasoja, Ram Calawan, Apollina's, Colted Finch, all you chatting, Dean Allen, Michael Samuel, calling all your name. Wendy and James, Alan Duku, whoever he is. Call and sing. Don't chat alone. Sing. Anon, Fran Romani, sing.
All right, so we have somebody online. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning to Charles, Wendell, and Richard.
Morning.
Good morning. The Charles can't believe I'm calling to sing, you know.
Cassie,
you know what time you ask me if I'm calling to sing?
Yes, I
keep telling him yes.
Nice, okay.
And he believe me. I'm calling to sing right already.
All right.
A cappella. The name of the Calypso sung by originally sung by Mighty Slammer, a Barbadian poet. It's called March Monkey.
What's the name of the song?
March Monkey.
March Monkey.
Okay, go ahead.
March Monkey. Is it March or March?
Wherever it is a
March. M-A-R-C-H.
March, okay.
M-A-R-C-H.
All right, run it, Cassie.
Okay, March.
Yeah, March by Mighty Slammer, Barbadian, right? Barbadian.
Okay.
All right.
This is what I can understand. What happened to this policeman? This is what I can understand. That happened to this policeman. He always picking on me, and I will hit him with my father donkey. This monkey too bad, bad, bad. This monkey too bad, bad, bad. This monkey too bad, bad, bad. That is why I do not like him. His sister does play the steel band, and she always in a can, and she keeping on pulling at me. I go and she with my father donkey. This monkey too bad, bad, bad. This monkey too bad, bad, bad. Monkey too bad, bad, bad. That is why I do not like him.
All right. Okay. Thanks very much, Cassie. That is all we want is a verse and a chorus.
So Charles, you say that with that kind of attitude, like you wanted the man to stop.
It's song so, eh?
Oh, I said
it's song so.
Yeah, like he just wanted to end the man.
No.
Just end the I'm listening to the man and I just get a chance jump in like the man going on cuss.
Hey.
My God, Cassie, we apologize, Cassie. You know, but Cassie, I have to tell you this though, eh? You know, I'm the brutally honest one, right? If we have 10 contestants, we know where the 10 places, and we battling out for the next 9.
Oh Lord! All right. So we're moving up. We're moving along, right? Because we have another caller inside.
You have a next caller?
Yeah, we have another caller today. Caller, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Morning, caller. Who's this?
Try my hand again.
Who's this?
That's Kazim.
All right. I have a squibby, an old squibby.
A squibby?
Go ahead.
Squibby.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me hear squibby.
All right. Let me see. I don't want to recite like last time, right? So let me see if I could get good.
Oh my goodness.
So here, let me go. Last carnival, I beat an iron and a steel banana, met up a nice young woman, and she come and she tell me, pam, 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 that she want me to beat me iron for she, and she winding up she body. If you hear she a want a man who could jam iron. I tell the girl I am the man and I am the champion. I come down from iron. She start bawling, give me iron. Give me iron. Well, you see me inside the band with the iron in my hand and it's like a ticky lang. Baram. Oh, bidam baram. Oh, like, baram, 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 baram. Baram, baram. She tell me, in the midst of the jam session, that I remind she of Iron Man. A fella they call Iron Charlie, bam, 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 bam. She said, that is the man who does jam good iron on a carnival. All right, we go stop it.
Okay. All right, Kazim.
Yeah. Well, I not stopping nobody again. Only just sing.
But Kazim, you almost sound like Scooby, you know. Scooby had that kind of voice too, that kind of fine voice too. You almost sound like him, you know.
All right, okay. Right. So we had Kazim and we had Cassie. 2 Ks on the inside.
But I frightened to say what I think, yes. Because after Kazim sing she lick up she Peyton play something last time and come back with this one today.
Hi. Richard, what do you say?
Kazim, I put Kazim. I mean, Cassie wasn't bad, but Cassie, you know, you needed to take. I didn't know if you needed some ensure this morning, but just you know, give it a little energy. But so I give it to Kazim.
Richard said I bad. Only listen to Richard.
What did I say?
What? The man want ensure.
All right, okay. So Kazim, you are going into the box, the championship box, right?
Nah, Kazim was good last time and he's even better this time.
Right. Okay, no problem. Cool. So we thank the folks at Sunshine, Feel Good, Amanda and Damien, thank you very much. Gregory and the folks out there at Bowell Pet Supplies and the people out there at Movie Town. And of course, Rumbox.
S&H.
S&H.
You might as well call it Steve Mappa Rumbox.
We had a patient 2 days ago. I was sending that video.
Stephen Harper Rumbox, all
right? I guess we'll give it because the other 2 people like they give it up.
Oh my word! The news is late, but we go with the news.
Yeah, man.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Friday, the 30th of January on New Era TT Radio and Guile Caribbean TV. I'm Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar sparked controversy this morning after posting on X linking violent crime trends in Trinidad and Tobago to race and accusing the opposition PNM of protecting drug mafia financiers. In her post, she claimed that between 2015 and 2025, the country recorded 124,062 crimes, including 5,000 murders and 9,000 rapes and sexual assaults, and said most victims of gang violence were young Afro-Trinidadians living in PNM stronghold communities. However, no evidence was provided to support these assertions. Official CSO data shows annual murder totals rising from 420 in 2015 to 625 in 2024, while government officials have said murders fell to 361 in 2025. Neither the CSO nor the police service publishes demographic breakdowns of crime statistics, leaving the Prime Minister's claims unverified. Trinidad and Tobago has remained under a state of emergency since July 2025. The Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce is calling for a phased approach to changes in natural gas pricing after the National Gas Company announced a 77% increase in rates. In a media release, the chamber said it is gathering information from members on rising operating costs and the possible impact on prices, jobs, exports, and competitiveness. It noted that manufacturers have long operated under state-supported pricing arrangements alongside subsidies for utilities such as electricity and water. The chamber said reforms are necessary but should be introduced gradually through dialogue, with careful attention to protecting businesses, especially SMEs, and ensuring benefits reach citizens. It also warned that higher gas prices could lead to increased consumer costs and reduced export strength. The prison service is mourning the sudden death of Officer Steve Dookie, 48, who collapsed while on duty at the Golden Grove prison on Wednesday. Dookie, of Kumudo Road, Kumudo, was speaking with colleagues in the dormitory area when he suddenly fell ill. He was taken to Arima Hospital, where he later passed away. Authorities say foul play is not suspected, and a post-mortem will determine the cause of death. Prison Officers Association President Gerard Gordon described Dookie as a trusted colleague and friend, offering condolences to his family and all those affected. 8 police officers charged in 2023 over alleged irregularities at the TTPS firearm unit have been committed to stand trial. The decision came after a sufficiency hearing before Master Margaret Sukraj Goswami, who ruled that a prima facie case was established. The officers are accused of misbehavior in public office, linked to claims they conspired to issue approval letters, allowing firearm holders to purchase extra ammunition. The matter will now proceed to trial before High Court Justice Kathy Ann Waterman-Latchu. The National Trade Union Center of Trinidad and Tobago, NATUC, has criticized Police Commissioner Alistair Gavaro's decision not to suspend officers involved in the fatal shooting of 31-year-old Joshua Samaru in St. Augustine on January 20th, which also left Kayasili paralyzed. NATUC says circulating video footage has raised serious public questions, and that suspending officers during investigations is not an admission of guilt, but a necessary step to preserve the integrity of the process and maintain confidence in justice. The union stressed that no one, including law enforcement officers, is above the law, and warned that citizens have a right to feel safe from both crime and the institutions meant to protect them. NATUC rejected claims of an exchange of gunfire without supporting video evidence and called for independent oversight, transparent investigations, and public reassurance that justice will be served. General Secretary Michael Anisette urged professional, accountable policing and respect for democratic rights. In international news, a deadly crash in South Africa has left at least 11 people dead after a minibus taxi collided head-on with a truck near Durban in KwaZulu-Natal. Officials say the truck driver may have made a U-turn, causing the collision. Several others were critically injured, including the minibus driver, who was trapped in the wreckage. The Hadsa comes just over a week after another minibus crash killed 14 schoolchildren near Johannesburg. Transport Minister Barbara Creasy has ordered an urgent investigation as concerns grow over rising fatalities involving public transport. Minibus taxis carry about 70% of South African commuters, while Africa continues to face the world's highest road death rate. And that is news at this time.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
End Times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or Net Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End Times is here. Stay tuned.
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Malasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic calypso hits from legend Ronnie McIntosh and witness a thrilling ex-tempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
Jump Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange. Foreign Exchange. A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Chakaramos.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds. D.O.C. Kevin Baker. Beats by Robin, Young Pro, and Bounty the Voice. DJ Eldon. And featuring International Steven. All the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-4747.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Chakaramos. Foreign Exchange.
With your bad energy.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Okay, we are back.
Yeah, I'm seeing anyway, as I say, I didn't want to talk about that latest comment from the Prime Minister, but it may have been meant as a distraction away from the fact that a crime may have been committed in this country and it's going unreported. That's the crime of bribery, soliciting, or whatever, misbehavior in public office, whatever you want to call it. That's going unreported. We'll see where that goes. I ain't spoiling my Friday. As I say, people, if you want to take me out this weekend, buy the ticket. I'll probably come and pick you up. Carry me. I'll probably drop you back home. But you have to buy the ticket. I ain't buying a thing. I wish All Stars all the best in Panorama on Sunday. But Renegade's really sounding good. I don't even know what Exodus is playing, actually. I don't know what nobody else playing. You know, I really haven't followed with the carnival activities. But all the best to everybody who's going out this weekend. Just be careful. Be careful where you park your car, because we're hearing about cars still being stolen. We're hearing about people getting the chain snatch. I saw someone who, I think she listens to us. So she went to listen to Pan, and her husband's chain got snatched. She posted that on social media, on Facebook. You know what I mean? So be careful. I mean, don't wear stuff. Don't go out there with stuff that you're putting yourself at risk. It isn't worth it, even if it's fake. You understand? You want to look good?
Go simple. Go real simple.
Go as...
Yeah, don't make yourself no target for these people. Don't make yourself any target. That's the worst thing that you could do. I think Exodus playing Voice Can't Behave Myself, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're one of the few bands that play a new song.
I'm up to date tune.
It's back in times, Panorama, we are going on there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it shows the, how I should put it, the creativity of some of the arrangers who would not have been around in those days, maybe to arrange a tune,
Don't mind
to arrange
them.
that tune.
Watch,
You know?
if I know that I have a old song I can play, I can start rehearsing all now for next year, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't hear from Mark. You know, we wanted to do, so we didn't have a culture corner today. Maybe he's still on the other interview that he was doing. You know.
All right. Well, let's take a couple calls before we go now.
Yeah, why not?
Already in the 20s this morning.
Mhm.
Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. I just wanted to follow up the thing out when they say you wanted they want to comment on the latest comments from the post from the Prime Minister, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I heard it from the news thing just now. She's saying that the what happened is that with the crime and the PNM want to protect the finances and things because all of them involved in crime, and they went on to say the majority of crime is committed by young black males. So the young black males financing the PNM. We ain't talking about the economic circumstances, anything like that. And then I remember way back since the fighting with this crime is a man in time, he identified that and he wanted to do something with the young black men at risk something and come out with a program to help them. And they rejected and said that they're not in favor of no affirmative action. Remember that?
Yes. Dr. Rowley tried it too, and they railed against it.
Yeah, and now we're coming back to the same thing. So you identify where the problem is and who is the thing now. But they're against affirmative action and trying to help them by opening back up the youth camp and this and that to send them to thing. I remember all of that. Right? The next thing, gentlemen, is any SOE coming to end today?
So today or tomorrow, I'm not sure.
The 31st. Tomorrow. Right. So the bill was shut down. I think it's yesterday or something. I hear that they're interviewing the Minister of Homeland Security. And I asked him, well, okay, well, what happened now? You know, the bill was shut down and the SOE coming to end and what the people going to release. What is that? He said, no, well, we have a plan B, but we can't tell you that now. So plan B, right? I thought plan A would have been the thing you broadcast it, bring it to Parliament thing, and you can't tell me what plan B is. So where are we going forward? Or they don't want to solve the crime. Where are we going from here to when the SOE end? What are we going to do?
So what you was expecting, let me tell you.
Well, what is Plan A? Plan A has to be Plan A has to be operating as a Trinidad and Tobago police service within the parameters of the Constitution. That is Plan A. Because that is your default position, so I don't know why it's Plan B.
But plan, better it said because I listened to that debate and the first time, and I so disgusted with the Parliament. I was so scared about how we democracy and things running. First of all, if we have this first party post democracy, we not take first party post, right? Are we satisfied to have a democracy? Because first party post is democracy, the will of the will of the majority, right?
Yes.
So
the will of the majority. You need to qualify that. The will of the majority that vote
in a specific district.
Right. So
no. Well, the winner Wendell ultimately is the will of the majority that voted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I can't say the majority because if you really watch this, what's going on here now, we had about 1.2 million people eligible to vote, and the ruling party get 335,000 votes in.
Yes. So that's the point Richard making.
Right. Mm-hmm. But in any event, and you know they're satisfied with that and they don't want to do anything about it, and the voter apathy and why people not voting and all kind of stuff and like that. So that is not democracy for us. So we end up with a upper house and a lower house where the majority of the people have no say. And if you watch that whole Senate, right? Nobody ain't really have no connection with the ground. The closest person you can say attached to the ground is the blind lady, Santa Lilith, and Karim Marcel.
But Karim is not in the upper house, eh? In the lower,
Yeah.
in the lower house.
Well, thanks so much, eh?
Yeah.
And I don't know if they said that the other people don't have any say.
Democracies are as strong as the vigilance of the citizens who live there. And by citizens, I'm including the fourth estate, which is the media, and how much they stand up to the pressures that are usually implemented against them by any government that wants to go towards authoritarian rule. I'm not saying that's happening in Trinidad. I'm just saying that's the standard. So you would have seen media come under a lot of criticism and pressure and substantive government pressure in India. You'd have seen it happen in Turkey. You see it in Russia. You would have seen it in Russia years ago when Putin was first coming into power post the Gorbachev era. So you see it. You see it happening in the United States right now.
Yeah.
Where media is taken to court and pressure is being applied to media, and some of them fold in terms of their duty as that fourth estate. So that's the line. And the line are the vigilance of citizens and the checks and balances that democracies have, and whether those checks and balances are compromised. In the United States, obviously, there was a plan to compromise some of those checks and balances, hence you see a certain disruption taking place. But one assumes it's still going to hold because it's so embedded in terms of the democracy of the country is 200 years old. But in a Trinidad and Tobago context, if it is that you felt that was under threat, that's your responsibility as a citizen to speak out. And certainly the failure of the Zoso bill is an indication that checks and balances are still working within a Trinidad and Tobago context. Whether you were for the Zoso bill or you were against it, the reality is that the checks and balances worked within that context. And whether you want it, whether you liked it or not. And certainly the government is part of blame. Well, first of all, I didn't support that bill at all. But anyway, because there were amendments suggested. Yes. That's what checks and balances do. They're saying, well, look, we disagree because you're not a democracy. You're not an authoritarian state. Because you are the winner in a democracy does not mean that you can override the checks and balances. That's not how it's framed, because there is still a voice of people who did not vote for you, or a voice of people who do not agree necessarily with certain decisions that you make. That's what democracy is. Yes. If you don't want that, you want something else, then you're in the wrong space. But that's what it is.
Richard, hold one minute. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen, and back to engagement to end the week with the Trinidad and Tobago. The selective memory and preference for the Prime Minister is amazing to me. But it was the same independent senators who enabled the Prime Minister's pension bill to be nice to young Prime Ministerial pension. They voted them to allow that to go upstairs. Additionally,
5 of them voted for that the pension bill.
In 2022, when the PNM administration tried to keep people with heavy firearms in prison for a longer period of time, while they were in custody, right? For having said firearms, the same firearms are account for 98% of the murders they talk about in the last 3 years. In 5 independent senators again voted with the opposition to deny the PNM to do that. Right?
That's
And
true. That was the Bail Amendment Bill.
Yeah, the Bail Amendment Bill, which was benefiting to schools.
Which I did not support either.
Yeah, Richard didn't
So
support
I
that.
so I would agree with the opposition in that part. I did not support that either.
But what I'm saying is, back then, she didn't call them presidential senators. She spoke about them talking to the government and good the people. But again, when murder was made available, one of the first things that happened after was the attack of the facade, the shooting proprietors in the house by a man who was on bail from the community. Right? And that was a direct result of making murder available after it wasn't for 100 years. The then Prime Minister didn't come out against them and castigate people and so on. The PNM government then accepted that this was the feature of our democracy. And you see, people are the Prime Minister as qualified in law should recall our history. The independent senators from 62 to 76 were appointed by the Governor General. It was in 1976, into the New York 10th year of Republicanism this year. It was when they transitioned from being Governor General senators to independent senators. That was they became and put a feature of a holdover from our chamber, parliamentary chamber, where they were nominated by the representative of the Queen. That was the governor. And he actually came from. You understand? So you can't say that the democracy holds only favorable to you, but the rule is not favorable.
It's very selective. Very, very selective.
Yes, that's what I say. These people believe in democracy only when it benefits them. So they are not true Democrats. And one thing, you have the opportunity now to change the constitution. The constitution, let's see what they would do. Because I think Germans will everything. Remember, they wanted to bring the recall legislation in their first incarnation to 2015 to recall parliamentarians. That never saw the light of day. They attempted to reform the constitution. That never saw the light of day. They attempted to bring the bill to give MP 400,000 to the constituency. That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just say, the get the government they deserve according to the
Chicago.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can take a final call before we go. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man, I got cut off just now. I think this happened. I don't know. Probably.
Cut off after you make your point. We go to the next caller because we have other people on the line sometimes.
I was in the line point.
The cutoff is called Sir Charles Fingers. That is where that cutoff is called.
Yeah. I just consider myself a concerned citizen, right? And I listen to other radio station, and the reason why after discovering net radio on this YouTube, I stick to it because you all guys seem to be neutral and impartial, and we all want better for our country and so on. The other station, then they had a bias, and I didn't have to listen to them, right? So I stick with the station. We all want better for the country, right? I voted twice. I voted for the People Partnership, and then I voted for the first incarnation of Dr. Rowley, right? And since then, I am apathetic. I pull back because there seem to be on either side the pro party and the anti people on both sides, right? And I hope they listen to the program like this when people make the contribution to hear from the belly of the people what is going on. But they don't listen. They want to see their own agenda. At the end of the day, the decisions they make and all kind of for the whole country, so everybody is living here. They have to, and we voiceless, right? The people who talk the loudest and make the most noise and sticking with their agenda and the race and the this and the that, right? We're not going over with that. We want better for the country. I'm not against both parties. I want them to succeed because if they succeed, the country will run good. We want way better for us to have a better quality of life, a better everything, right? And that's why I'm making my contribution. You follow? So you gentlemen doing a good job. You know, I can't talk about the other station and stuff. They have the bias one way or the other, right? They pro the party or they pro the race or whatever, and not because of the country and the overall benefit of the country. I thank you, gentlemen, a lot for listening, and I'm not on the net really.
Yeah, just to embellish that point he made there just now, right? I mean, everybody know where my politics lie in terms of me.
We not sure now, Wendell.
Hold on, wait now.
We not sure now.
Well, no, you will never be sure again, ever again. I come like that caller, but in a way, I have been in the People's National Movement. I have been a representative of the People's National Movement, but I've also been in the media for almost as long. So
yes,
in Patrick Manning days, I mean, I was somebody he would, myself and Darian, who he would rely on for information. He would go to, would send information to. But it started off with a hug, then it went to a handshake, then it went to a bounce, then it went to a wave. So I understand that because certain people in the PNM started to see me as strictly media then. You understand? That I against this opinion, as wrong as it used to be sometimes. With Dr. Rowley, same thing. I experienced that. I experienced Dr. Rowley not speaking to me, then recognizing what I was doing in the media, so much so that when they wanted to kick me out, he stood up for me and said, no, when they're doing so much good work on the radio, I want him back. And he stood up for me, and I went back in the council to continue to serve. And I kept in the media. And then guess what? People start calling him and saying, but he against this on the radio. He not agreeing with you with this on the radio. And he used to message me and say, yeah, I hear so you say so and so and so. And I used to send the clip for Dr. Rowley to hear exactly what I say. And then he understood how mischievous some people could be. They're still out there. They feel the bubbly still in doing it, making mischief. But guess what? I know for sure there are people in this UNC government, right, that want good for the country and want good for people. I hope they get the chance to prove that. That's all I can say. That's all I say.
Carol, good morning. Final caller.
Hi, guys. Morning. So I just read this article online there from Israel Khan, where he's speaking about the allegations made by the Prime Minister with the independent senators. And he's calling on everybody else to do something. He's calling on the president to call in the entire independent bench to discuss the issue. He's calling on the Commissioner of Police to launch an investigation and the DPP to launch an investigation. But you know, he's not calling on the Prime Minister to name names.
Or to make an official report.
Exactly, or to make an official report to report the issue or something. How is that? Israel Khan and them joking, yes?
Israel Khan, anyway.
Thanks very much, Carol. Yeah.
Since when you were such, Wendell?
Huh?
Since when you were such?
No, I hushing with Israel Khan. But he already said he doesn't have people saying he wants to be the president. But he and all admitted he don't have the characteristics to become a president. He said he's too outspoken and he's gonna get himself in trouble. He already said that. You understand? So I don't think he wants that. But I mean, Israel Khan has played the politics for years and years and years. Back and forth, back and forth. You understand? He has raised issues concerning so many different people in this place. So Israel Khan is an enigma.
All right, guys. Well, I guess that's where we're going to leave it for today. I wish you all a good weekend. And when we come back on Monday, because then Richard will tune into End of Times.
Yes, it's on Monday.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people are very excited to see what other signals there are about the end of times, and some people are getting their house in order. So
yeah, it's important. Be prepared. Never know.
I think that's an important message, Richard. Well said.
Mm-hmm. So
So
you
the
can
line
find
is
out the
somewhere.
latest. The latest and what is the update on End of Times on Monday. So, yeah, and tune in to the show. It's only on New Era TT Radio here in that, So support New Era TT Radio on newerattradio.com and New Era TT Radio on TuneIn. And so you can get all of the excellent programming that takes place throughout the day. There's lots of excellent programming throughout the day and throughout the weekend.
Beautiful.
On New Era TT Radio.
And don't forget that we'll have my Rumbox later. We get to meet the Japanese connection.
Yes.
All right. What is the doctor's name again?
Huh?
What is the doctor's name again?
Dr. Hiroko Ueda.
Yeah. She's a nice person, man.
Yeah, she is. She always smiling, always smiling.
Yes, very pleasant.
Yes.
She's very pleasant.
Yeah. So you'll get to meet Dr. Hiroko later, and some other folks from Japan. They'll be down by Rumbox later.
Yeah, since she was telling Wendell how rich he is.
Yeah, but I got to find out yesterday when you have Japanese kois in your aquarium or whatever, you're considered rich in Japan. Yes. I didn't know that. Well, I certainly am rich here, but my kois are beautiful. My kois are absolutely beautiful, and they have grown so big. I enjoy just sitting down sometimes and watching them. Trust me.
I don't realize where the cats is becoming in the yard.
Yeah. Puss.
Charles, somebody tell Wendell he have potong koi.
Will you see that?
Oh my word.
No, but my kois are beautiful, and I have Oscars too. They are absolutely beautiful. I have a shark. If you see how big this shark getting, it's an albino shark. If you see how big that shark getting, you understand? It's living among the kois.
Serious?
Yeah, it's in that same pond with the kois.
You ain't going them kois at some point in time, right?
Nah. That shark docile. That might be the rich fish inside of it. If you see it. But no, I enjoy my fishes and my turtles.
Whatever brings you peace and joy.
They don't make a song. They don't get jealous. They're not selfish. They're not ungrateful.
Okay, we don't need to hear your life story now. You said something that brings you peace and joy. You're going down the road about your life.
That's what they bring me peace and joy. Always appreciative.
And they don't take it to court.
No, and they don't take me to court. They don't get me arrested.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You know what, people? The weekend has begun. Enjoy it. Carnival is in the air. For those of you enjoying the all-inclusive fets or whatever else is taking place for Carnival, of course, this weekend it is semifinals of Panorama on Sunday, the 1st of February, which is also my sister's birthday. So happy birthday in advance, Nyla. So it's her birthday on Sunday, so I'll have to say happy birthday on Monday. And so have a fantastic day. I want to say congratulations to Tyrone Roberts, who retired yesterday from legal aid. And I think it was like 40 years Tyrone has been there. Wow. I missed it. I missed the ceremony. They didn't invite me, and I absolutely forgot.
You forgot, Richard?
I forgot. Could you believe it? I did forget. And I was like, oh my God. It's only when they were calling me, I said, oh my God, today is Tyrone's retirement thing. So Tyrone, know that you were loved in legal aid, and and for all of your contribution to that institution. Thank you.
Use Ginkgo or even the Ensure that you're telling me.
That's where you have to go. I'm doing something very sensitive and touching here on radio, expressing my love for a former employee and a former colleague of mine, and that is where you're going to go. You want to denigrate it and drag it in the mud. That's what all the politicians good for.
We have any sponsors of Ginkgo? Bring some clothes. Richard needs it.
All right, people. So
have an absolutely wonderful.
So I was a little embarrassed about the fact that I forgot. And of course, they're not going to let me forget it.
I know that.
But anyway, Tyrone, you know, their whole life is before you now. I see they say, what they say now, they say live for at least for the next 10 years and you'll be able to live to nearly 150, 200, etc. because science is moving ahead in reversing aging and extending human life. So,
but you just advertised a program called End of
do
Life.
something else.
Did you just advertise a program called End of Life?
Hello? Like the show done?
Folks, be careful on the roads this weekend, please. Look out for the young ones and remember to let go and let God.
Wait a minute, the internet got bumped off?
No, mind he was very well right there listening.
All right, people. This has been... Oh, he's back.
You know, and I was giving such a wonderful speech and nobody heard it. But anyway.
No, we heard you. You were just asking like the show you get bumped off because I was telling you, you were saying that if you live for the next 10 years, you'll probably live to 150 because they would have conquered death. And I said, but
not death. I said they would have reversed. I said they would have reversed aging, right, and they would have extended the life of humans. I didn't say conquer death. I never said those.
You know what I mean? That is basically what you mean. But aren't you the same person who was advertising End of Times?
No, I'm advertising the program End of Time. Yeah, because you see that program, that particular discussion on the End of Times has been happening since 1232, as in the year 1232. So it's an ongoing conversation that each generation picks up.
But it's relevant to anybody whose time would have ended, Richard, after listening.
Well, that's not the end times they're talking about.
Okay.
They're talking about the end times in the Bible.
About rapture. The rapture.
They're talking about, I know about no rapture, but I'm just saying they're talking about end times and what the signals are.
Richard.
I don't know if it's about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about the end times, the signals that you get, the biblical signals. That's what I assume it is, isn't it, Sir Charles?
Yes, and that's where we're going to leave it for today.
Yeah. Oh, Sir Charles get frightened when we start talking about that program, you know. We don't know where we're going and go.
I'm Sir Charles already. We are actually promoting a show.
Trying to get all to sign off the program.
This is most of the promotion any show ever get.
It's about 17 minutes we try to sign off one program.
It's Friday.
How long I say we go?
It's Friday. Chill out.
I'm waiting on Richard to do the ending up of the show.
All right, you know what? Have a fantastic weekend. The weekend has begun. People enjoy it. Remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. And this has been
The Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned